Hey guys, good morning. Hope everyone had a good week. It's been went by pretty quick. I'm here to talk about a few things. Um, there's been a lot of issues going on within people, within certain situations, and my best advice to you from experience is just avoid toxic energy. It's never it's, it's never welcomed, but it's never welcomed, but it's always talked about. It's always forced on certain people because a lot of people like misery. Some people like misery. Some people like happiness. A lot of people can't handle other people being happy. A lot of people can't handle you succeeding in life, and they want to bring you down to the level so they can distract you from being successful. And especially when you're young, you got a lot of things going for you and everything, and you get complacent and you start doing things that get you off track, and that's why some people like getting you off track to doing other things that's not really motivated to you, you know, and and distinctively people like deterring you off your goals, and that's not right. But people do it. People like taking you off your goal and taking you off what you're trying to do in life, and you can't let people do that. You got to block out the toxic energy. You got to block out the toxic negativity because it's unhealthy. It's not healthy to your body. It's not healthy to your heart. It's not healthy to your brain. It's not healthy to you emotionally, physically, or spiritually. It's just no way, shape, or form healthy to you. You know, and it brings out the worst in people. Toxic people try to make it about them, try to dictate the situation when it has nothing to do with them, and they try to bring you involved with it, and they try to manipulate you into thinking that you need to be with them instead of other people. And the positive people and the good energy type, the good energizable people, get shitted on for trying to deter you from going to that person that's toxic. That brings a lot of toxicity. But I've dealt with that before. I've had toxic friends. I've had toxic people come in my life that really crapped on me emotionally, spiritually, not physically, but emotionally and spiritually, and mentally. It took a mental strain on my body, took a mental strain on me, and I just couldn't deal with it. So I left a lot of people out of my life. I blocked a lot of people out of my life, but then they lied to me, told me they were my friend, and pretty much they lied to me, told me that we were friends, when in reality, they weren't really nothing to me. They just pretty much, were just toxic, bring a lot of toxicity, and it deterred me from focusing on what was really important, and there's toxic people in my family, not in my immediate family, but within the cousins and stuff. But we're not going to get into that. But yeah, man, just focus on you. Get right. Stack that money. Get right. Focus on you and your family. Uh, quote Block out friends that just use you for money. Just use you for as an option instead of a priority. Mate, if they're seeing you as a priority, if they're seeing you as an option, don't become don't don't make them a priority if they're making you an option, because options are limited, priorities are forever. Options are limited, priorities are forever. Priorities Options are immature, priorities are mature. You know, just just make time for yourself. You know, work hard, go out there and earn that money. There's a lot of things important. There's a lot of good things out there that's still out there that try to bring you in. You know, don't get sucked into that toxic energy. You know, Take it from somebody that got treated like crap by people that thought that they were my friends, but in reality, they were just using me. They're using me to beat up other people. They're using me to get to other people in a negative fashion, and it broke up friendships that I really needed in my life and I really cared about. You know, it ruined some relationships too that I got involved with. But you know, don't don't ever get in the middle of that unless you really have to. But just stay humble, stay focused, stay sharp, stay keen. Don't let anybody get in your way. You know, just keep moving forward and you'll be all right. You know. But on a side note about Home Depot, I've been off all this week. I go back to work tomorrow. My mom was kind of worried that I was home all week, and she's basically getting upset about that. But I'm still getting money. I'm still bringing her money to the table. I'm not really worried about it. She already threatened to kick me out a few times within the last few months. She already threatened to do that, you know, but because she wants me to work, because when she was my age, she was still working, so she was always working. She worked until she was in her 40s. She had to retire early because of things going on with the family, with my brothers and my dad. You know, my dad didn't want to work anymore. But now my dad's gone, so my mom really has no desire to go back to work. She can't do it now. With all the health issues she has, with the fibromyalgia, with the arthritis, with her kidneys and everything, she can't do it no more. She's not going to. She's in pain. She can't even walk around the store like that anymore. But you know, she's not gonna hurt herself like that. But anyway, you guys have a great day. Be safe. Stay away from toxic energy. It's not worth getting involved with and everything. You know, it's not worth getting involved with. It just brings you down. It just really brings the worst out of people. Good people do good things, but good people hurt bad people, but bad people hurt good people. You know, it's just, you know, you gotta really limit your options with people. You know, limit your time with people, because there's a lot of people that just really want misery. They want situations to make their life a little better. You know, because they got nothing going for them. They see you running around doing things, they want to be a part of it, but you gotta choose who you want to be a part of it, because at the same time, it can affect your positivity. It can affect a lot of things good for you. Watch who you bring in your life. Be careful who you bring in your life. Some people are out there to destroy it. Peace.